Our boys, this is gonna be a really quick one. I'm literally just sitting here and I literally had zero idea. Like I had ideas, but I didn't feel, that feeling of recording. I didn't feel like, I should not be recording right now because, when you start to do something because you just have to do it, I don't want to get to that point where I have to make a video to keep the channel growing or something like that. I don't. So this video was gonna be like that, like, oh, let me just quickly make a video because I told myself I have to make a video every single day. So I'm gonna make a video just because. I never want to get to that point. I want to get to a point where even if I make like a 5-minute video or a very short video, it's something that you can go and take away in your life and you can actually improve yourself. So I was literally sitting like this. Okay, you know what? I'll give you an update. So last night, bro, I caved in. Last night I caved in, and you'll probably see a video about this. I think I already uploaded. By the time you're watching this, I uploaded that video, and in that video I was showing how I just ended up playing games, ended up doing random stuff, and relapsed, you can say, last night. And obviously, it's freaking frustrating. But, yesterday I had an insane realization. The insane realization is that hear me out, not like, we prefer to relapse. You're gonna be like, no. What I mean by that is, we prefer to be in the state where we're relapsing. We like to be in this state where we're struggling. This is what you call the struggle phase, the struggle thing, where we like to believe that we're really struggling with this habit. We see ourselves as people who are struggling with this habit. We see ourselves as crippling individuals. You know what the issue is when we see ourselves as crippling individuals? That means that I probably go back to FIFA and you go back to whatever habit you're doing, whatever bad habit you're doing. Because we see ourselves as people who are struggling with it. What that does is that takes away responsibility. Because once you see yourself as someone who's struggling with something, it's expected for you to fail. It's expected for you to fail. It's expected for you to relapse. So when I was sitting here last night, literally on this sofa last night, making that video showing how I just relapsed, I was literally showing my entire setup, my controller, my everything. I was like, I expect the perfect level of advice. I expect some level of advice that's gonna come and help me change my life. That is my issue. I expect something to, when you keep watching videos after a relapse, you go from video to video to video to video to video to video. You're desperate to quit this habit because you expect, your brain needs to be a certain way for you to go ahead and quit the habit. If your brain is not that certain way, then you're gonna do the habit. So we expect that, which is wrong. For so long, this has been wrong this entire time. I didn't realize it. I watched a video about identity last night. Hamza's video, long time ago he made this video. Not long time ago, but like 2-3 years ago, he made this video. And I watched this video a long time ago as well. And in this video, he was saying how you need to start seeing yourself as an athlete if you want to start eating healthy. If you're someone who doesn't eat healthy a lot and you eat a lot of fast food, just fixing the real world object is not gonna help. By you taking away the food from your pantry, from your kitchen, by deleting this Uber Eats and all of this is not gonna help if you see yourself as someone who eats junk food. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense,
But just overnight, I just changed how I saw myself, and I saw myself as not only an athlete, but an intelligent athlete who was really clued up in nutritional data, like research. I literally remember the moments where I went from being a guy who just smoked weed all day and just ate junk food and maybe went to the gym like twice because, my mental health was really bad, to suddenly working out every single day, 7 times a week. And maybe that's not good because of overtraining, but come on, it's certainly better than fucking hating your life because you're not, building the physique anymore.
You see, I haven't craved sugar, junk food, or anything in 3 years. I've had it, I've had maybe a burger or a pizza slice here and there, but I don't crave it. And this is ironic. This is big for me because, not ironic, but this is big for me because I used to binge on sugar. I used to binge on fast food. I used to mix literally Nutella with Oreos, with Chips Ahoy cookies, sandwich. Like I could literally like taste the bit of sugar that would go in my mouth right now. I would be eating an entire tub of ice cream. Forget putting it in a bowl and whatever. Just get the tub, start eating as much as possible until I literally cannot. So I was wondering, what are my views on fast food? Well, for me, I have very like for me when I look at fast food, when I look at my little cousins when they eat fast food, when they bring it in their house, when I see, for example, in the supermarket, and I remember this one time, there's a woman in front of me, cashing out her food. This was in the grocery store. And all she was buying, all she had on her cart, shopping cart, was at least 3 to 4 bags of chips, at least two big, what do you call it? Not like cans of Coke, but they're in like one bundle. I forgot what the word is. In bulk, like 30 pack cans of Coke, Pepsi. I saw more things that she bought. And the only healthy thing that I believe she bought was sourdough bread. That was the one healthy thing in the entire cart. This woman in front of me spent 166 something. See, I remember the amount of money she spent on fast food. $166 on fast food in front of me. I could not believe it. For me, I was like, you're really spending $166 to go destroy your freaking life? This is why people are lazy. This is why people cannot move. This is why people are fat and ugly and brain dead. No offense, not everyone, but generally the people who eat fast food are more brain dead. I used to be too. This is why most people, I mean, it goes for the saying, you are what you eat. If you eat food, bad food, you are what you eat. So you see, I look at fast food as like freaking cancer, bro. Not cancer, but I look at it as really, really like, what the frick are you doing? Are you retarded? Genuinely, when my little cousins bring food, I'm like, what are you guys eating? Like, I look at it as a foreign object. The reason why is not because I'm trying to lie to myself. I genuinely just have no need for it anymore. I don't see myself as someone who eats fast food. As rude as this may sound, I don't see myself as people who indulge in quick pleasures when it comes to fast food. Obviously, I still indulged, keyword indulged, in quick pleasures like FIFA and stuff like that. So when Hamza was talking about identity, I'm like, yeah, this is true. I mean, I literally used to eat fast food. I stopped seeing myself as a fast food eater because I have, I hate fast food in a way. Like, I don't like fast food. Obviously, I'll eat it with my friends outside, but typically I don't crave it or anything. Done. Like, I literally don't see myself. So why don't I apply the same thing with, video games? Why don't I apply the same thing with video games? Then my brain started to think, well, maybe because what if you go back to it? Then you're lying to yourself. Because the idea was, I'm not a video gamer. I don't play video games, right? That's what Hamza was telling us to do. But then my inner brain was like, well, what if you go back? Like, what if you go back to playing video games? Then you lie to yourself that you are a video gamer. I'm like, yeah, that's the thing. See, if I'm scared of going back to playing, that means that I still see myself as a video gamer. You see the distinction here? If I am scared to go back, that means I see myself as a video gamer. I still see myself as one. The idea is when I don't see myself as a video gamer, I don't play games. That's not what I do. Do you see the distinction here? The reason why that I was going back to FIFA, I have a big feeling, is because I saw myself as someone who was struggling, I saw myself as someone who was still on making progress, on his way. That could be nice when you're new. That could be nice when you're, brand new to this journey and everything, make some progress. But at one point, I realized, okay, my younger self was using FIFA as a coping mechanism, but I'm using my younger self's coping mechanism as an excuse to play FIFA now. I'm like, oh, the only reason I'm playing FIFA is because I'm not feeling my needs or like something stupid, right? I'm using trauma as a cope to now play FIFA as well. I realized, I still saw myself as a video gamer. That was part of my identity. What we need to do is we need to start latching onto a new identity. What I wrote in my journal was, I'm not a video gamer, but rather, I'm the most mature version of me that prioritizes his mental health, that chooses delayed gratification, and doesn't fall into cheap, petty indulgence. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to identify as one of those people. When I first started my self-improvement journey, this is exactly how I identified, and this is how I exactly didn't play video games for one whole year, I'm pretty sure, or at least 10 to 11 months. Because I stopped seeing myself as one of those video gamers. Yes, this is degrading a little bit, but anyone can see themselves as not a video gamer. I stopped seeing myself as someone who played video games. And you know what? When I was playing games yesterday, when I was playing FIFA last night, I was telling myself, bro, you're 21. You're 21 and you're playing games. That's kind of embarrassing, right? That is. It's quite embarrassing. You're not even making money, you're not even doing this, and you're playing video games and your dad's out there working. Like, but this time I realized not playing video games was bad for my mental health. Playing video games was bad for my mental health. And I stopped seeing myself as a petty video gamer. I'm saying this, I'm making fun of my old self. Sitting there, hey, yeah, it's a goal. Yeah, nice goal, bro. And like, I'm not even smiling. I'm literally like half brain dead while playing. You need to start to see yourself as someone higher than who you are right now. You need to start seeing yourself as someone who's higher. I'm telling you. Again, if you fear that you're going to go back to playing the video games or whatever habit, like pornography, then you still see yourself as someone who plays pornography. Attach yourself to a higher identity. Did I say play pornography? You still see yourself as someone who watches pornography. Make yourself higher in a different identity. To latch yourself to a higher identity than who you are right now. I see myself who makes decisions for his future self. I see the version of me and I want to latch onto the identity that always makes decisions for his future self, for the betterment of his future self. Right now, me and you need to get out of this identity where we're struggling with the habit, that we're struggling with self-improvement. We need to get out of this beginner identity and we need to start moving on to new identities. That's how we can, I think, stay consistent. So, anyways, boys, that was the little video. I call it little, but this is kind of long. Well, I'm going to cut it up, obviously. So, hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry, my energy and anything. Again, I just didn't feel like even recording, probably because what happened last night. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to share something with the boys, regardless of how I feel, right? And hopefully this helped you. So yeah, boys, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.